Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to 4 More Minutes. I'm Sam Bailey, the Soul Stir, stirring up your hearts and minds for God. I thank you all for joining us here daily on the Soul Stir on YouTube, as well as those who might pick us up at the Cedar Valley page. And the purpose of this daily is just to encourage, motivate, inspire, and ignite us to an elevated thinking in a very ordinary society. I want to first of all begin by saying let's keep in prayer all those affected by Hurricane Ida, those in Louisiana and on the Gulf Coast. We know that they have some days ahead, some difficult days ahead, but we know that eventually after those dark days, things will get back to some semblance of how they were, but we know it's not going to be without some struggle and some difficulty. So our hearts are heavy for them and with them, and not just them, but people around the world that are struggling from all sorts of things that are occurring in this world in which we live. So take the time out today to think about them and pray for them as well. And I'll personally be calling, as you know, to action to help with those relief efforts as we've done in the past on disasters such as this. Today I want to use for a thought to get you to think about something real quick, and I was thinking about when trials hit, when troubles hit, and I made this term up, so which I often do, but it's resiliently adaptable. And what that means is you have to be able to consistently recognize and understand the need for you to be flexible in life. Resilience is an object's ability to regain its original shape, form, or fashion after being twisted, bent, run it through the mill, distorted, and it can get back to its original shape, form, or fashion. Resilient people tend to be admired, and it's easy to think that the path is easy for a resilient person, when in fact that resilient person knows that they have to be flexible and adaptable to life. I mean, nothing in life goes the way you planned it. You know, if you want to find yourself frustrated, just make plans and think those plans are going to go a certain way. And so you have to consistently be willing to adapt to things. Well, how do you know if you're adaptable? I think, first of all, you got to be able to shift gears, and shift gears without complaining. Someone said life is the ability to move from one situation to the next without the loss of enthusiasm. So you got to be able to do it without complaining. You also got to challenge yourself to question what you presume you know. Sometimes the frustration comes in, I thought I knew that, I thought I understood that, but life teaches us otherwise. You got to be flexible as a teacher and as a student as well. And those best teachers are those who allow themselves to be taught. I allow God to teach me every day through life and circumstances and situations, and always stay open to what life can bring my way. Also, you got to be frequently on the lookout for new ideas, and there are always new ideas, and there are always new hypotheses that need to be tested and proven. And new ideas is what makes the world go round. New ideas need to be infused into the churches, into teams, into organizations. So you got to be flexible. And those companies that stay around a long time, those businesses that stay around, those churches that thrive, those people that do well, people who are resiliently adaptable. Also, do you have a habit of reaching out to others? It's so important to realize that you don't know everything, and you got to reach out to other people, and you got to acknowledge that you need assistance, you need help, just like we got to ask God every day and acknowledge that we need Him in our lives and we need help. Acknowledge that you may not understand this, or acknowledge that this is throwing you for a loop, but you will get through it and you will make it through it. And then lastly, you got to remember that when life affords us the privilege, someone says adversity is a privilege, the privilege of adversity. And even when we fail in those moments, realize that that's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to bounce back. You can always bounce back. When you bounce back, you're going to be better for it, for having experienced it. So I pray that you remain resilient in your ability to adapt, be flexible, adjust, keep it moving, keep bending, but don't break. God's got this. God's got you. God's in control. And just know that whatever you're going through, this too shall pass. God bless you, and thank you for joining 4 More Minutes. Please share this with someone. Please pray for everyone, and we'll see you here tomorrow right here on 4 More Minutes. Thank you.